Hello, I'm Mama Jo and welcome to my kitchen in wonderful Waterloo, Ontario. Today we are making raspberry peach cream cheese buckle minis. It's a mouthful to say and even more mouthful to eat. Step 1, breathe. Step 2, you are going to need a half a cup of butter. Oh, there we go. Butter all over the fingers. That's right. That's the only way to have butter. Make sure it's nice and soft so it's easy to blend. You need a cup of sugar. And just blend it up nice and good with your electric mixer, or if you're really strong, with your arms and your regular. You want to mix it until it's nice and fluffy and there's no more sugar grate. And that's good. Okay, and you need 1 egg. Oh yeah. Oops, I got an eggshell in it. Don't put eggshells in your buckle. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Where'd my teaspoon go? What's really unique about this recipe is that I took it from a traditional blueberry buckle recipe, which is like a blueberry coffee cake, but instead of blueberries, I added peaches and raspberries. And instead of putting it in a big cupcake pan, it goes in muffin tins, so they're nice and cool. Okay, so all your wet ingredients are mixed, and we're going to set these aside and work on our dry ingredients. So you're going to need 2 cups of flour, and 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 2.5. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Let's mix it up with a fork. And now we're going back to the wet ingredients. We're going to mix them together ultimately. And you're going to measure out a half cup of milk. So this is where it gets tricky. You're going to alternate the dry ingredients with the milk into the cake batter. Usually I do it about, I add a 1/4 cup or so of the dry ingredients into the cake batter and then a little splash of the milk, and you do it back and forth until it's nicely mixed. Oh, goodness gracious. It's always good to get your fingers dirty. I always have a little cloth beside me to make sure they don't get that dirty. Cool beans. So, cake batter is good to go. You can set that aside and work on our streusel topping. Need another bowl and a 1/3 cup of flour. And a 1/3 cup of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And 3 tablespoons of butter. And now we have to cut the butter in. So I usually start off with 2 knives, or a pastry cutter, if you have one. But if you don't, just 2 knives. And then I use my fingers, because I find using your fingers gets a bit more crumbly, and you can always just control it a bit better too. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Good. Good stuff. Okay, streusel topping is done. And now we're going to move on to our cream cheese filling, which is the best part of the whole entire thing. 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Dump the whole thing in there. A 1/4 cup of sugar. raspberries, we kind of did the butter, make sure it's nice and creamy together. Okay. Add your egg. 1 egg. Careful of the eggshells this time. Oh yeah. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're going to do our fruit. So, I just use regular 1/4 of raspberries from the store and then canned peaches. So, I'm going to chop them up. Nice little cubes. It's about 1 cup of raspberries and 1 cup of peaches is what it usually equates to. And it's a little bit over. Not a big deal. The raspberries, they're okay if they're a bit squished. Because the juices will really just run around the buckle really well. And look at those colors. Oh, even now they look delicious. Alright. That's good. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble our buckles. We're going to get everything all set up. You've got your cake batter, your cream cheese, and your streusel, and your berries. While you're assembling the buckles, preheat your oven to 350. And let that heat up as it goes. Your muffin tins, a greased muffin tin, makes about a dozen and a half, so I have 2 prepared. You're going to take a spoonful of buckle, or the cake batter, sorry. Press it down. A spoonful of the cream cheese filling. And put it on top and spread it around. Oops. There. And a spoonful of the berry mix mixture. Just like that. You're going to take your streusel. And that generous pinch is good. You want it nice and covered. And the streusel will add a nice crunch to the flavor too. Just like that. And you do that until you run out of cake batter. Okay, so now that we have all of our buckles ready to go, they're all assembled, they look delicious. We made 23, it's kind of an odd number, but I'm a little odd, so that's okay. So then we're going to put them in our oven. The oven is preheated, everything's ready to go. Slide this baby in like that. And put the timer on for 30 minutes, 25 to 30-ish minutes. Oops. Our buckle is done, so we're going to test it and see. Use a toothpick or a cake tester, or whatever you so desire. Oh yeah, that's good. And just the top of the cream cheese is sticking, but that's okay. And it's a little moist, a little not clean when the toothpick comes out. That's okay, because it adds just a bit more moisture. Yeah. And that's it. There you go, raspberry peach cream cheese buckle minis. It is a mouthful. It was good though. Thanks, and hope to see you soon. Bye. I'm gonna keep on eating.